Our strategy.
He about to tear the roof off.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. Only 3 games until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the West will be won. You take a look at Los Angeles. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Pelicans. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for the Lakers, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
Yeah, this is the start they wanted to have, but their goals are much bigger. They're focused on playing into June and bringing home a championship.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Trey Murphy is out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's Murray. And it's Messi in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, they've got Drummond. Chris Middleton is out there with John Collins. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's the Eraser in at the 1 spot. Boy, the regular season is coming to a close very quickly here, Stan. It's been a great year, hasn't it?
It's been incredible. Look, the talent level, the skill level in this league, night in and night out, just continues to get better. We see guys making great leaps. I just don't know where the end of this is, Kevin. It just is incredible.
And how lucky are we to get this front row seat? Oh, my goodness.
Every night, we are lucky.
Now here's Williamson. In the game against Boston, very impressive. And the rejection by Collins. And here's Reeves outside. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Williamson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Collins. And Stan, while in New Orleans, you had a chance to coach Zion Williamson. Now, I've heard you talk about him before, but what's something special about Zion that maybe the average fan doesn't see?
Well, Kevin, that's a great question, because I think what happens a lot of times with Zion, his athleticism is so exceptional that it's hard not to watch and focus on that. But Zion is both very, very smart and a very unselfish player. Nothing makes him happier than an assist to a teammate.
Well, that's a terrific assessment. And both free throws good for Williamson. Stan, no one knows Williamson's game more than you. You know it firsthand. Zion's physicality makes him incredibly difficult to defend.
Well, there's no question, Kevin. He's virtually unstoppable going to the basket. But as time goes on, you know everybody's athleticism decreases a little. If he's going to age well in the league, he's going to need to have that jump shot as a weapon.
I'm sure you told him that, didn't you?
I tried.
Mr. Williamson from deep. The Lakers with the rebound. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
Well, hey, if you can prevent the other team from getting into a rhythm, the advantage is all yours.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
You see the playmaking ability of Williamson there. Great pass to set up his teammate.
The tray, and down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from the eraser. The eraser's got 5. MP with video game numbers. How about the 60, 20, and 10 triple-double?
An all-time game in league history. MP just doing everything. This guy is a human cheat code.
And finished off by Collins.
Yeah, tough-nosed veteran. Collins is no stranger to having to overcome aggressive defense.
Pelicans trail by 9. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, he's concerned about a lot of things, but in particular, he's worried about how to deal with DeJounte Murray. Coach said he's an opportunist in transition. Everybody's got to get back after a miss, or he'll eat us alive. Sounds like the same thing we've heard from other coaches. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And so it's the Lakers with it. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
The Pelicans have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. He doesn't hit that one. Collins with some nice D.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Middleton, no good on the free throw.
A solid passer and rebounder, but it's really scoring where Middleton shows up big. He can be just relentless on that end of the floor.
Now here's Murray. He really was a guy who also stepped up in that game against the Celtics. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Murray's got his second bucket.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
The eraser passes to Reeves. They set the screen. Here's the eraser. Sinks the triple. The eraser's got 8 points. You know, you just can't say enough about the statistical marks that MP is putting up. I mean, Greg, this is just amazing stuff. How about his 20, 20, and 20 triple-double? I've never said that before. I mean, this is incredible.
And Kevin, something we've only seen from the likes of Wilt and Westbrook, right? That's the kind of dynamic, prolific dominance you've got to exhibit to manufacture a stat line like that.
Lakers leading by 12. Pass to Collins. Here's the eraser. Back to Collins. From deep, Reeves. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now here's Murray. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Here's the eraser. Murray with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
You see the full strength and athleticism of Murphy on this jam.
And defensively, Stan, the Pelicans look to try and switch as much as they can.
Yeah, Kevin, and it makes sense with their personnel. It can mean reduced minutes for traditional centers at times, but that's the defensive philosophy they've committed to. Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Here's Collins. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pelicans trail by 15. To the paint. And the dunk by Williamson.
Zion giving the people what they want and making it look easy.
Here's the eraser. He's covered by Murray.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Picked him clean. Here's the eraser. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Messi. And here is Murray. Here's Boston. Still yet to score. Just 4 to shoot. From downtown, Murray, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Drummond with a screen on Murray. The eraser shot's good.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Pass to Messi. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul. And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
And the Lakers making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Here's Messi. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Murray following the basket by Chris Middleton. And Murray, here we go. And that time, also a missed shot.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Reeves. Really played well against Portland in his last outing.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Los Angeles with some changes. Vanderbilt's checked in for Drummond. Royce O'Neal comes in for Chris Middleton. And James subbed in for Austin Reeves. Pass to Watson. It's Hawkins on the wing. For the three. It's good from long range.
Hey, they rely on Hawkins to stretch the floor for them.
Lakers leading by 21. Here's Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hawkins with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Hawkins has got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Here's the eraser. And the three off target.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter. And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Reeves outside. And here's Hawkins. He has 5. Fires the 3. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And the 3 is knocked down. Deep ball good and a nice shot from the eraser.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Here is Hawkins. Pass to Watson. 6 on the shot clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Here's the eraser, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game, Doncic as much as anyone.
1:05 left to play in the first quarter. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, the eraser in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was tremendous. He finished with 64 points, and what a game it was, posting a triple-double. He put on a show. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Stolen. The eraser passes to Doncic. And that one drops for him.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Pass to Hawkins from outside the arc. And no good that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Collins passes to the eraser. Just 5 to shoot. Takes the 3. And John Collins with the 3. Collins has got 9.
Well, those are the quick twitch muscles from Collins.
Williamson left side. Nisi. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Drummond's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wide open look here for Murray. Off target from three-point range. Here are the Lakers. They're on an 18-5 run. The Eraser's shot's good. The Eraser's got 25 points in the game.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Here's Williamson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Collins. The Pelicans shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game, and he knocks down the first one.
Well, with the way that Zion invites contact, he spends a lot of his time at the free throw line.
Austin Reeves is checked in for Luka Doncic. And both free throws good for Williamson.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
Shoots from the high post. The shot by the Eraser. No good. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Here's Boston. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's Murray. And again, no good by New Orleans. And Los Angeles guys shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. The Eraser's shot's good.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Pass to Williamson. No good that time. Collins with some nice D. Lakers shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Well, John Collins was a force in his first few years, Stan, but hasn't seemed to match that level of success since that time. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think there's a few reasons, Kevin. Number one, I just think it's a lot about opportunity. And he went from being the number 2 guy on a team to being the 3rd, 4th, even at times 5th guy on the floor. So he's not getting as much opportunity. He doesn't have as much opportunity to play some of his minutes as a center now. And that was always where he could get a quickness advantage. So even where he is now, though, this guy is a very good player and has gotten to the point he's underrated.
Here's the Eraser. He's covered by Murray. The Eraser's shot's good.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
54 seconds left to play in the first half. Murray. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's the Eraser. Yep, that one goes in there. The Eraser's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Back to Murray. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Collins has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Murray outside. Again, the miss by Murray.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
From deep, Reeves hits the three-point bomb. Reeves has got 14.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Hi, everyone. Let's start things off by checking out the Player of the Month award recipients. For the West, the Eraser.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls and setting the tempo.
He is definitely the leader they need him to be, and the production speaks for itself. And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a jet.
Yeah, that diesel engine going to show you real power when that camera turns off.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by the Eraser.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
The Lakers shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. They've got the Eraser. Collins is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Reeves in at the 2 guard. That's the Laker 5. Shots good by Middleton.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Pass to Misi. Now Murray. Again, the miss by Murray. Outside Collins. Here's the Eraser. Makes it off the glass. 34 points for the Eraser.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. And it's a great finish!
Oh my gosh. Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the Eraser. Lobbed up there for Collins. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. And a little spring cleaning now. Let's see what stays and what's gone in the new power rankings. Taking a look at Orlando. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And checking out the Lakers,
They've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back nine now, looking invincible.
Murray, no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
This one for three. Pass to the eraser. There's the three. Hits it from three-point range. The eraser's got 5 points now in the quarter.
the assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Murray with it. He's picked up by Collins. Back to Murray. 5 on the clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Oh, nice to see a power forward like Collins throw it down. We know he can hit a three, but go with the easy hoop.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it down to Middleton. Here's the eraser. 37 points for him. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Well, in this two-man game, Collins can really do anything, and that's why he's so effective in the pick and roll.
The Pelicans have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. The drive by Williamson. It's blocked. Here's the eraser. Fires from deep. Good! Another from 3.
And with every three-pointer made now, he comes closer to that top spot.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Here's Williamson. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
The eraser passes to Middleton. Let's go. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Williamson against Collins. And it's Williamson missing.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Back to Murray. Lets it go with a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Here's the eraser. And he has 42. Middleton on the wing. Pass to the eraser. Buries it from three-point range. The eraser's got 45 points.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Williamson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside for Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Pass to Reeves. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Messi. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, I think Murray is at his most effective when he's focused on creating plays for others.
Here's the eraser. He has 45 points. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Williamson with it, defended by Reeves. To the left wing, Williamson outside. Murray surveying the D. And it's denied. And here's Reeves outside. And another 3 for the Lakers. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
The eraser passes to Drummond. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, so many times in his career, Andre Drummond has beaten good defense down low.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for DeJounte Murray.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Drummond. O'Neal comes in for John Collins. James checked in for Chris Middleton. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Here's Hawkins. No good, unable to end this run. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort. Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, and when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And that one is good. Hawkins has got 9.
It's not often, but Hawkins will take these mid-range looks when they come his way.
Here's Doncic. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Now Hawkins, he's got 9. Fires at the elbow. Again, the Pelicans score.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And the dunk by James.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Hawkins kicks to Watson. Pass to Boston. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Here's Messi. Comes up empty down low. The Lakers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Reeves finds Watson. It's intercepted. No one near James as he lets it go. Nails the open triple off the fast break. He's got 16.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And the 3-ball is good.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Hawkins with it. He's got 11. Good on the triple.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Here's the eraser. Pass to Doncic from past the arc. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
And here's Hawkins. He's got 14. Here's Reeves. Just 5 on the clock. High post try. Rebound the Lakers.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. The Pelicans making a switch here. Randall's checked in. O'Neal hits them both. There's 21 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now Hawkins.
Get outside, get outside.
Pass to Watson. Lets it fly. The rebound by the eraser. And here's Doncic from the... Wow! Huge buzzer beater!
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's Los Angeles, able to put on a show for the ages. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate. Treated really well on the road in the NBA. You travel on great charters, people take care of your bags, we stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Williamson out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Hawkins, and it's Reeves in a shooting guard. Driving in, and it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Pass to Hawkins. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
O'Neal a screen on Hawkins. The shot by the eraser. No good. Watson with it. And Greg, everyone loves talking trades. Future first-round picks have been moved quite a bit of late, and that's been kind of interesting.
And, Kevin, a lot of teams that don't control any of their future first-round picks. With so much pressure.
Again, what an avalanche!
And the 50-point games continue to add up for him.
Well, every game takes him closer to the next benchmark. Next up, second place all time. Murray outside. Out to the right wing. Williamson kicks to Murray. 4 on the clock. His three-pointers off the mark.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's the eraser. Good, that's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Now here's Williamson. Pass to Hawkins. New Orleans moving the ball around. Doncic against Williamson. Williamson double team. Hawkins. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Boston's checked in. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. The eraser passes to Shepard. Here's the screen. Here's the eraser. Gets the three-pointer to fall. The eraser's got 55.
What's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Williamson outside. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Lakers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
The sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all? It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Here's Messi. Vanderbilt defending, and there's the call on the eraser. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Williamson against O'Neal. And the Pelicans miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth, 8 of 12. Pelicans shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Here's Boston. No good on the triple.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Shepard. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Shepard's got 10 points in the quarter. Well, for New Orleans, shooting in this fourth quarter, pretty dire at 27%.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
Murray with it. Pass to Messi. Outside for Murray. Here's Messi. And here is Williamson. Clock at 4. For 3, Murray drills it from outside.
And look at Murray's mechanics, making that corner 3 look easy.
Here's the eraser. We've seen the NBA feature several overseas connects again from distance.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season. Pass to Boston. Now Williamson. In the corner, Murray with it. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing. Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off.
And again for 3.
A new single-season record for three-pointers, passing his own previous high. He is locked in laser focus and standing on business.
No distractions and no competition. Nothing but daylight in front of him as he continues to break new ground and assault the record books. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mason's checked in. And the Pelicans shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Pass to Williamson. Over Vanderbilt. And again, New Orleans has no luck. The Lakers shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. And it's Doncic missing. The Pelicans shooting 32% in the fourth, perhaps looking a bit tired. Here's Messi. Murray outside. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by the eraser. The eraser's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the eraser.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
With some arc, and the layup is good.
And Murray has no qualms going to his floater on a play like that. Nice make.
Inside, and Doncic throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this win.
Who's watching here?
Williamson in the post. He's against Vanderbilt. For 3, Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Here's the eraser. Shepard with the ball. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long.
MP, your jumper is so pure, no wonder you're the best.
You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
Our strategy